I think one strength that I think I have, and I think that's pretty important from an actor, is kind of self-awareness. The idea of where where are places that I'm good, but more importantly, where are areas that I'm not good, and what areas of the craft that I really need to improve. If someone's not self-aware, it's or having someone who a good trusted friend or a person who can also see that, because it's sometimes hard to see because this business is so tough. It's not like hitting a free throw in basketball and like, all right, well, I hit 9 out of 10. Okay, well, I hit 8 out of 10. I need to go nine. It's hard because it's so subjective in many ways, and because it's subjective, it makes it hard for people sometimes to necessarily get good feedback to be able to figure out where they need to work on because it's so subjective. So to me, I think having that self awareness to realize what areas were weak, then I could work to train there or work to get the right coach to help me there, or just keep watching those areas as I would do, you know, auditions or things like that, so I knew where to work on. Some people,
Was
I think, don't have that access. They could kind of go in circles.
was that self-awareness something that you consciously worked on and developed, or is that something that just naturally, since you've been, a kid, for example, it's just been something that you've always been pretty good with?
I think it's been something I've been pretty good with, but from a negative way, because I think I felt kind of always like I was kind of friendly with a lot of people, but I was always felt like a little bit of an outcast, and partially um, and not really an outcast, but just I was always very self aware and very sensitive to who I was, especially as an Asian American growing up in an area that very few Asians. So a lot of times I was always very uh, aware of where I was in a room and what people thought of me and what I kind of portrayed and what I portrayed like when I was in a suit in my 20s, what I portrayed when I had a Boston accent, or what I looked like if I didn't speak, and all those kind of things were always part of me, and I think that skill set kind of helped from a career perspective, and also probably the business part of it too, of growing my own business. From the finance stockbroker side, you have to be that way because if you keep doing the things that don't work, and not seeing where to improve, you wouldn't be successful.